Look at that beautiful sky. Look at that, boys. Woo! It's a great day to ride. I mean, this thing's a little beat up. She ain't the prettiest, but she rides fucking phenomenally. Phenomenally. Something like that, you know. Phenomenal. It's alright. It's all part of the plot, you know. You don't almost go off the road, you're not living, you know. Don't almost go off the road. That fucking. If you go off the road, you'll ass. Your life's gonna suck. Half of it's pretty out. Look at that. Look at Stormy. It's fucking pretty. Stormy is free, crew. I can't be saying the F word a lot. I gotta keep this shit. Oh! I gotta keep this. Ooh, look at that phone. God, I'm so easily distracted. God, look at all this pretty stuff, you know? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm about. Look at that. Ooh. I like that. That one's pretty. That's a pretty picture right there. That one, man. I guess I can take a picture. Ooh. The sky's so pretty. I do enjoy looking at the skies and sunsets, and I definitely do want to get into traveling and all that. You know, it's expensive, man. Pay freaking over $1,000 for a flight back there and back. And then not to mention freaking money you spent trying to get hotels and stuff. And food and all that, depending on how long you're staying there, clothes. Like cop cars. I don't like. Ooh! Look at that. That's a pretty view. It's a pretty view. I'd say we have better stuff to do, but it's actually very cool out here. It's very nice. I would 100% rate it a 10 out of 10 days today. You know, it's pretty sweet. Hopefully this car don't just like absolutely butt rape me, dude. Ooh, gravel. Ooh, gravel. I hate gravel. I hate gravel, man. Gravel's a no-brainer. That's kind of fun. do something so we're talking about something, alright? So let's talk about like America compared to European countries. Okay, so thinking about America, it's great. Understand? We got cool ass bikes, we can have modified exhausts, stuff like that. Some countries don't allow that, like Switzerland, for example. That's very strict when it comes to exhaust laws and all that, and that's fine, honestly. Every country, I mean, Switzerland's a beautiful country, so I understand why it has that. It's not a bunch of, I mean, there's a bunch of farmland out here and stuff, but Switzerland is a lot of farm style and more just like old. They're not really, they're cities, but they're not like big, you know, so they're trying to keep that on the low, so in order to keep that, you know, so, oh, that's a pretty ass lake. But like in terms of food too, is like other places, their food, the healthy stuff is what people normally buy, and that's just their norm because that's their norm, you know. In America, the healthy stuff is expensive and the cheap stuff is what's bad for you, which makes no sense at all. Like, why would you give, like, I understand that, like, the unhealthy stuff is more addictive and shit and stuff like that, but you know, the healthy stuff should come first. If you're trying to grow a country, all you're doing with doing this is bringing your country down. Now everyone, you look at the world, half of the world, no, okay, not the world, America, half of America is obese because they can't get good food and they're addicted to this shitty shit because it's all they can buy. So America in terms of health is going down. And then another thing, flock cameras. What the actual heck? Like, that's okay, it's not even run by the government. If it was government owned, okay, sure, that's fine. But it's an individual company selling cameras from where they put them to the cops to freaking arrest people. And there's been reports of cameras put in like pools and daycares, stuff like that, which have no reason to be there, and that's just absurd. And also people say that only like some people can access the cameras and whatnot. There's people accessing them for no reasons that they shouldn't be, and it's not good at all. Like, it's going to lunk. It's going to lunk. And it's not good. Not good at all. Brings me to the next topic. Alright? Public transportation. You see America, you see cars everywhere, out the ass in cars. You know, there's one there, there's one there. Everywhere, they're just everywhere. And then public transportation, we got what? Planes, trains like nowhere. Y'all saw that, right? He wasn't dead. He was sleeping. He was taking a nap. Ain't no one cross their arms and die. What the heck? Whatever. Anyway, public transportation. Yeah. So they got trains. We got trains, but they're very littered through, and they are just as expensive as plane tickets, which is dumb because it's a train. Especially like most of the trains these days are like electric and shit. It doesn't take crap to run them, and they're paying an arm and a leg compared to trains in like Europe. There's trains everywhere. One there, one there. One go to that city, one to go to the other. This small town, you know, they're everywhere. They're cheap. They're reliable. You can buy fare passes, half fares, to go here to there for half price. You can buy all this type of shit, which you can't buy in America because America is set up to steal your money. Which is stupid because it's stupid. It's bull. And yes, I do love America. America, we got gun rights. Boom, 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 shoot off stuff whenever we want. We got fireworks, boom, explosions. But America isn't what it used to be. It's going downhill. It's sad to see it, and it's sad to say it that it is. But, you know, nothing good lasts forever. Just anyone know that. You got a great bike here, right? I wrecked it. Yeah, the prettiness didn't last forever, you see. Like, yes, maybe I shouldn't have been riding in the dead of the night and with a tin visor. Yes, that I do regret doing that, but at the same time I don't, because it taught me more about myself and about my limitations to this bike and about how life is in general, you know. Another thing is this bike, about all good things, never lasts forever. Everyone dies. That's just the fact of life. It doesn't matter who you are, a tree, a plant, the grass, a human being, an owl, a raccoon, everyone dies. It's just part of nature. It's part of life. It's part of God's world, you know? And you can't go through life. I don't expect you to go through life doing dumb stuff every day. And yes, you're gonna have your fun, do it here and there, like this bike. It's fun, you know? I'm doing dumb stuff on it all the time. Wheelies, speeding, and like, it's dumb, but it makes you feel more alive. And there's certain things in life that you're willing to risk because you love doing it. You love it. Okay? So like, number one, the bike, I love. It's great, I love it. There was a girl, Rainbow. I loved her, but some things just don't work out, and that's okay. Maybe you're not meant to work out the first time. Like God, there's no real way of telling. Maybe God brought us together as people so we could learn more about what makes us us, and then He separates you to give you room to grow even further. And yes, it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing for God to do that because you're heartbroken. You just want to be with that person forever. You want them to work out. And I know that from experience. But you just got to take it and move on. And if God wants to bring you back together, God will do something. God has God's plan. And like, sometimes it's hard. It really is, thinking about the person you lost and how you miss them. things about this, and me as a person, I feel like if we were back together now, we would have worked out, because I myself went out and explored more myself of things she liked. I don't know why I did. Church, that was something to just hold on to. I needed some guide. God is my guide. He's my guide and my ride, you know. But in terms of traveling, something just told me, go try it, go do it. And that's exactly what I did, and I liked it. And it's really sad to see that what you like doing, you were scared to do in the beginning because you were with her and you didn't want to lose her from trying anything new. And what did you do? You lost her because you didn't try anything new. It's just a part of life, and it sucks. But you know what? Life is full of lessons. You can't go through life without getting a lesson, because that's just how it is, you know? Anyway. Next, America and European countries. So the bad thing about America is that it's all one language. I mean, that's a great thing. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing, because in other countries it means you got to be bilingual. You got to, but that makes it better. It makes it smarter. It gives different culture. It gives you culture. Compared to America, it's all one and the same, which is like, it's cool that there's a giant nation under one, and that's in itself cool. But as seeing stuff and living here, it's not as cool as people make it out to be. It makes the 9 to 5. You work 10 hours a day, you go home, sleep for 4, get up and repeat, nifty nafty, the same old thing. And there's not really any breaks. You get a vacation here and there, depending on where you work. You make more, you make less. And unless you're making a bunch of money, I mean a buttload, above 100K, you're not doing anything that you want to do in life. And it's kind of sad. I'd say they have their pros and cons. They have their pros and cons. If you want life easy but the exact same, I wouldn't call it easy either. Life in general is hard. You gotta work, you gotta do this, and it can be a real pain in the butt. And you just gotta understand that life has its pros and cons. You pick and choose what you want to do with each one of those and make the best out of it. Like me losing this girl, I could stay on her forever, or I can move on, grow from it. I most definitely still have her in my heart. You know, she's still there. I love her. You know, that's not something that just goes away. got that, it's an empty feeling when you're not with that person, but there's not much you can do. If the other person chooses to leave, then the other person chooses to leave, and you just gotta live with that, you know? And that, I mean, that's just the sad truth of it. But I just keep going off of American topics, but that's another topic that I'm more aware on this topic. I spent a lot of time thinking about it compared to America. And, you know, I'm just gonna talk about something else now, okay? You know what? I'll end the video here, alright? Hey guys, have a good day, have a good rest of your night, whatever you guys doing, and just peace out.